Welcome back to the Citizen channel. Hope you're all staying safe and well. And yes, we did one of these for Raheem Sterling. We did one of these for Gabby Jesus. And sadly, we've got one for Zinchenko now. It's a little quiz, 10 questions, just to test your little memory of our little Ukrainian who's now joined gone to the dark side down in London with Arsenal. Are there much competition to us these days? Yeah, they can be. They can get there, can't they? With Arteta in charge, I suppose. But a little bit to go yet. So we've got a little Zinchenko quiz today. 10 questions. 15 points up for grabs, guys. Let me know what you get, please. Do this in normal time as I'm doing it. Or just pause it and have a think if you want. Just a bit of fun. Play on your own. Play with your mates. Play with your family. Whatever you want to do. And let me know your scores at the end of it. Right, let's get on with it. 10 questions on Alexander Zinchenko. Well, call him what we want, don't we? It doesn't matter. Make it easy, doesn't mind. I'm sure he doesn't. Right, here we go. Question 1. Zinchenko spent his first season as a City player on loan. So which club was he on loan at during that first season? His first season, he did play a couple of friendlies. Certainly played one friendly. He might have played a couple of friendlies, but then he went out on loan. So, which club? All I want to know is what club he spent the season on loan at. Question 2. Yes, with the Ukrainian-Russian conflict, of course, coming to the fore, sadly, this season, Fernandinho passed on the captain's armband for a game, an FA Cup game, during this 21-22 season. Can you remember what game it was, who it was against? So, don't need to know what round it was or anything like that. Just who was it against, the FA Cup match that he was made captain for? Question 2. Question 3. Yeah, he scored his first goal for City on the 9th of January 2019. Against who and what was the score? So 2 points for this one. So he scored his first goal on the 9th of January 2019. Against who and what was the score? Question 4. Options here. In 2017, 2018, 2019 or 2020, Zinchenko was named Ukrainian Player of the Year. So which one of those? 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. You got a 1 in 4 chance if you're only guessing at that one. So what year was he named Ukrainian Player of the Year? Question 5, here we go, shirt maths. Yeah, a little bit of shirt maths. I forgot. I'd actually forgot. Well, I hadn't forgot because I noticed when I was doing my little analysis of Zinchenko's time. If you've not had a look at that, guys, please have a look at it. It's just a 2-part on Zinchenko's time at City. Shirt maths, Zinchenko had 2 shirt numbers. Yeah, City. Add them up. So you need to know the numbers and you need to be able to add up as well. So 2 shirt numbers, add up both those shirt numbers that he had while he was at City. And what total do you get? So only 1 point. You only get 1 point, but obviously I need the total, not the numbers. Just give me a figure. Give me a figure that the 2 shirt numbers add up to that he wore whilst he was at City. Question 6, yeah. Against who and by who did poor Zinchenko get dragged by the neck as the draft excluder behind a defensive wall? So who was it against when it happened and who did it to him? It was a City player. Which City player dragged him comically by the neck when he was doing his draft excluding role in a defensive wall? And who was it against? So just 2 points up for grabs. Who was it against and who dragged the poor bugger by the neck? Question 7, yeah, disappointment. There's an image up on screen. Disappointment for Zinchenko and the rest of the lads. But who was that against and what competition was it? So I don't need to know the year, just who was it against and what competition was it? I had a few. I had a choice of 2 or 3 there I could have used. I used that one. That's question 7. Question 8, yeah. Zinchenko's got 4 Carabao Cup winners' medals, but how many of the 4 games did he actually start? So obviously, we took part in 4 finals. He won 4 finals, but obviously he didn't play in all of them. So how many of those 4 games did he actually start the game? just 1 point up for grabs, just a figure. So it could be anywhere between 1 and 4 or 0 and 4. He might have been on the subs bench all 4, but still got a medal. So there's 5 options, really, isn't there? Question 8. So how many of the 4 games did he actually start? Not if he came on a sub or anything like that. How many of the games did he actually start? Question 9. Yeah, he was only sent off once in his City career. Can you remember the season and against who? He was only sent off the once. 2 bookable offences got him sent off. What season and against who? So 2 points up for grabs. You only get one of them. You only get 1 point. And yes, in a feisty encounter, that's one word for it, in Madrid against Atletico, not the Real Madrid game, in the 21-22 Champions League knockout match, of course. I mean, is it the quarter-final? I think it was a quarter-final. Zinchenko was praised for trying to protect a City player from an opposing one. Who was he trying to protect, and who was he trying to protect him from? So, yeah, he gained a lot of credit for coming to the City player's aid. So it was a match with Atletico Madrid. Very feisty game, obviously, but once he sort of struggling to get anywhere, they got a bit nasty. So who was he protecting, and who was he protecting him from? So which Atletico Madrid player was he protecting the City player from? So 2 points up for grabs. There you go, there's your 10 questions, 15 points. Should be no problem, I think. Anything over 5 or 6 is fine. I think that's good. A lot of people are getting good scores on these, certainly with the Gabby, Jesus and Sterling ones. So I expect you to get some high scores on this one as well. Right, let's go through the answers. Right, Zinchenko spent his first season as a City player out on loan. Yes, he was on loan at PSV Eindhoven in the Dutch league, of course, and he also played for their reserve team, which has a slightly different name to PSV Eindhoven Reserves. So he was actually on loan that season to PSV Eindhoven. That's what I wanted, or PSV. If you just said PSV, that's fine, because they're known as that as well. So give yourself a point. Yeah, question 2, the conflict, of course. He got the captaincy for that game. He got the armband for the FA Cup game in 21-22 against Peterborough, of course, a 2-0 win at Peterborough on the 2nd of March. So Fernandinho passed the captain's armband, as a show of respect to Zinchenko for that game. So he said Peterborough. You didn't need the date, but we said Peterborough in the FA Cup. That's fine, Peterborough. Question 3, yes, Zinchenko scored his first goal for City on the 9th of January 2019. Yes, it was a 9-0. A 9-0er. You might have been there at the Etihad that night against BERT Albion, of course, in the Carabao Cup semi-final. First leg. That wasn't bad going, was it, for the first leg? We didn't copy that away from home, though, did we? In the second leg. So yes, it was against Burton Albion, and it was 9-0. So that's give yourself 2 points. You've got both of them. And the Ukrainian Player of the Year, question 4, yes, was in 2019. So if you got that, give yourself a point. And the shirt maths, yes, I'd say I did notice, but obviously I had to double check because I thought, I didn't remember him changing his number. But he started off, of course, at 35, I think, which is his Arsenal number now. And then he changed in the 19. He was 35 to the 1920 season. Then after that, he was number 11. So shirt maths, that's the whole quest point of the thing. If you add them together, 35 plus 11 is 46. So if you said 46. Give yourself the point. Question 6, and against who did Paul Zinchenko get dragged by the neck as the draft excluded? Of course, it was Anfield, wasn't it? It was against Liverpool. February 21st. February 2021 season, and it was, of course, by Ruben Diaz. So if you said Liverpool, Ruben Diaz, give yourself 2 points. If you got 1, just give yourself 1. And question 7, disappointment there. And that was, of course, I was there. That was last season's Carabao Cup, wasn't it? The second round or third round, if you look at the where we're up to in that. And, of course, it was West Ham away at the London Stadium. We beat Wickham, of course, in the second round, and this was the third round at West Ham. But obviously it was a Carabao Cup defeat. So it was against West Ham, and it was in the Carabao Cup. So give yourself 2 points if you've got both of them. And yes, the good one, the interesting one, isn't it? The Carabao Cup winners' medals. He's got 4, but he actually only started 2 games. He didn't even come on as sub. In the 17-18 3-0 over Arsenal, he was on the bench. He didn't come on. In the 18-19 4-3 penalty win against Chelsea, he played the full 120 minutes. So that's 1. And in the 2019-20 season, the 2-1 win against Villa, he played the full 90 minutes. So that's 2. And the 2021 1-0 win over Spurs, he's, again, similar to the Arsenal game, he spent it on the bench. So the answer I wanted was 2. He started 2 of the games. So he didn't come on as sub or anything like that. Just started 2 of those 4 Carabao Cup finals. Question 9. Yeah, Zinchenko was only sent off once in his City career. Yes, it was the 2019-2020 season, and it was Spurs on the 2nd of February 2020. So that's the 2 for the 2 points. The 19-20 season and against Spurs. And 10, yeah, wonderfully, say, he came to the aid of poor Phil Foden, didn't he? He's getting a bit of stick, so that feisty encounter against Atletico Madrid. So he was coming to help Phil Foden, and of course the guy causing the trouble was ex-City player Stefan Savic. So you've got Foden and Savic, give yourself both points. There you go. Right, there you go. 15 points, guys. How did you do? Let me know. I bet you got. I bet most of you get 10 plus for that. I'll be happy, as I say. Looking back at that, if I did it in a month's time when I forgot, I'd probably get 5 or 6. But let me know what you get. I hope you enjoyed that anyway, guys. And please check out my special on Zinchenko of his career at City, which is split into 2 parts. If you can have a look at that, enjoy doing that. Have a watch of that. That'll be absolutely fantastic. Thanks for your support. Until we meet again. Oh, that's one thing, don't we? Please stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.